So far, I've completed x-rays on my chest, my legs, basically from my neck goes straight down. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Disclaimer, this is not a clickbait video. This video may be a little long. That's because I'm going to tell you all everything that transpired, right? So disclaimer, not a clickbait video. This is a video that I was actually supposed to release since last month, you guys. So I got into an accident. It was not something small, it was life and death. So it was a Friday, you guys. So it was a Friday. I had my staff meeting on work. Michael was on work with me. We all was laughing, planning about what activities we're going to do and those type of things. Like any other Friday, just sitting down in the kitchen area with my supervisor, that's Miss D, who you all would have seen in the Dixie video, doing the taste test with me, Michael, who you all know as well from the YouTube panel discussion. So it was a typically normal day, and I was like, hey, I want to go to Tunapuna to come back because Nishile's pregnant and I needed to get some 190s for a hospital bag because I was in the process of filming Baby on Board season 1. So we started to make episodes for Baby on Board season 1 and making episodes, things going good. So I just wanted to make sure in case something happened and start to prepare her baby bag. So I went to Tunapuna and I was coming out of Tunapuna and I was like, hey, but you know, as somebody who rides a motorcycle, y'all, we always talk about how we hate riding on the main road because people just pull out, they do all kind of things. Because I mostly spend my days riding on the highway because I stay away from the main road for that reason. So coming down the main road, everything was normal. Stopped by a man who's selling pineapple at the side of the road. I say, wait, boy, I really have no room to put a pineapple in a boy. And I start going. And coming up to it's the T Road by Center Excellence and Hilo, I am heading east now to head home. And this driver pulled right because he's going up to Ministry of Education on that road, causing me to collide with his vehicle. I have the right of way, the light is on green, causing me to collide into his vehicle, y'all. I flew into the windshield in the air and landed on the ground. I have no memory of this. The only memory I have is of me going in the air and seeing myself landing on the ground. So I ride and I do my normal checks. I see somebody want to turn right and I know that I have the right of way, those type of things. So I go into normal and all of a sudden, bang, I in the air, I on the ground, right? I'm here with my baby girl. As I said, this video is long overdue, so I'm trying to film this video today and post it up today one time. So, yes, mamas. Yes, what happened? So yeah, I got up off of the ground now. And well, I learned to ride from Vemcot, that's the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So I got up off of the ground and I checked my body to see if I see any blood, any broken bones, if I feel anything, right? So I look around, my bike on the ground. I walked over to my bike, tried to turn it off with the keys, it did not switch off. I looked for my phone on the ground because I actually have a phone case on my bike, so my phone went a couple of meters away. I went, picked up my cell phone on the ground. Well, when I picked up my cell phone on the ground, I went to the pavement and sit down. So while I was sitting down now, the guy who hit me came out of the vehicle. He was like, "Hey boy, I ain't see it." Very apologetic and those type of things. I appreciate that. One of the things about riding is we know that we have to see for ourselves and see for other people. As I said, in that scenario, I saw him, I believe that he saw me, and I know in this intersection I am going through, you have to wait until it's clear for you to turn. You can't just pull out. So I saw him, I thinking to myself, my headlight is on because I always ride with my motorcycle headlight on. That is, so if you're in front of me, you're seeing this headlight coming towards you. If you're in the back, or I'm in the back of you, you could actually see me in your rear view mirror or your side mirrors. That's why we ride with our headlights on. So I also have on my protective gear with reflective on it as well. So you not seeing me, but as I said, he came out of the vehicle. He was very apologetic. He was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you there." I remained seated at the side of the road. I messaged my bike group, Quick Shifters. I messaged them, "Yo, I got into accident." In about 10 minutes, about 3 of them was on the scene already. They Somebody who witnessed it contacted the ambulance, called the ambulance so the ambulance could come to pick me up. I realized that adrenaline was actually wearing off. So at this point in time, I was like, I could still shift around, so I pulled off my jeans. I normally ride in a heavy duty jeans pants, so I pulled off my jeans because I was like, well, I'm going to cut my jeans pants, cut it off for me because I know it works when you get in an accident. So I took off my jeans and I remained at the side of the road. By the time the ambulance arrived and picked me up, I was unable to walk. I was literally like dragging. These two fellas with the ambulance, they were awesome. Kieran and Dave, shout out to them. They took care of me. They stayed. I'll get to that, right? So I I went in the ambulance, they checked me out, those type of things. I called initially, actually before I got into the accident, I called initially and said, "Babes, I got into accident. Don't worry, everything is okay," because I didn't want her to panic. She was pregnant. She home and I was like, "Babes, I get an accident. Still in here with me, everything good." The ambulance came. The guy who bounced me asked me for a phone call to call his son because his son was the owner of the vehicle. I lent him my phone. He did that. I went into the ambulance. The ambulance took me to Mount Hope Emergency, y'all. I was in the hospital about 7:30 by 7:30 because the accident took place a little after 6:30, about 6:50 something. So after 7, I was in the hospital. The doctors came and gave me an injection. I wouldn't say, well, I was out of it, but at the same time, I know adrenaline work, and I trying to keep my game face on and be like, "Nah, I cool, I normal, yeah, don't beat up with me." Because I know physically, I'm not seeing any broken bones or any blood scattering out of me, right? And as I said, I was right with my PPE, you guys. So even though my helmet, the visors break out, my jeans had a little tear, and my arm and those things protected my hand on impact with the ground. My shoes, one of the sides of my shoes actually pitched. Yeah. So I'm in the hospital. They gave me an injection. Baby girl, they can't be coughing like that. You know, people are stay away from people who coughing now, you know. You good? Yes. Yes. I'm not joking with you. So yeah, they gave me the injection to help numb the pain. So the doctors were doing their job, checking up on me. The first thing I went to do was x-rays on my ankles because I was unable to stand up, and my hand was swollen over here. My thighs started to turn blue and black. My 2 ankles were damaged, so they did the first set of x-rays. But the first set of x-rays they did, you guys, they just did it on my legs, they didn't do my ankles. So about 2 hours, 3 hours passed. It was after 12 in the night now, and I was like, I tell them all the pain is in my ankles, scan my ankle and those type of things. And they realized, hey, that really where you see the most tissue damage and those type of things. So they sent me back to do x-rays again after telling them all the time, do the x-rays because this is why the most set of pain all. Went back to do the x-rays again now. They did the x-rays, they got the results. They said that I have no broken bones in my ankle, but I have serious tissue damage. They didn't wanted to give me the results at first on those type of things, and let's just say I saw the results and the tissue damage was bad, and they were just trying to play it normal. So I was there, and the next thing I had to do was a CT scan. That's where they put you in the machine. So that was done about after 3 o'clock in the morning now. They took me to the next department to do the CT scan and those type of things. That came back good as well. And I was in the hospital still in pain. The paramedics, Kieran and Dave, they actually stayed with me for the entire time. One of the reasons why is because I was on the backboard, so not until a doctor said that I have no spinal injuries, then I could not have come off the backboard, and they can't leave without getting back the backboard. So didn't get the results for the CT scan, so it was like me trying to survive in the hospital. One of the paramedics made sure I got a pillow. That was actually cool and very helpful of them. Yes. So, oh gosh, all right. Daddy duties and mommy's working. As we said in the last video, mommy's actually working from home with what's going on right now. So, basically, I spent a day in the hospital, and earlier I was next to an elderly patient who was trying to run away for the entire night, but he had a hip injury, so they wasn't allowing him to go anyway. The next fellow next to me, like, he had a family dispute and he had chop marks all over his body, so I couldn't sleep even if I wanted to sleep. I was discharged from the hospital around 9:30 in the morning. I was discharged. So after I was discharged, well, first thing first, when I was discharged, I was unable to walk, you guys. I was not able to walk for 7 days due to the tissue damage on my ankle. I was in severe pain. My first 7 days at home, I was in bed all the time, just getting up to drag to go to the bathroom. I was drinking saffron water to help with the blood clots, and I was on some serious medication, painkillers and those type of things, right? So that was my first 7 days. But when I came out of the hospital, I had to go to the police station, make my accident report. So tip for y'all, if you don't report your accident by 12 midnight, you actually get a warning letter from the police. I didn't know that, and most people don't know that you have to register a vehicle accident by a certain time. So I had to go to Tunapuna police station, take my vehicle to be inspected, to give the documentation of the accident to be submitted to insurance, right? So I did that. I went home, and my first week I was bedridden, right? It was very painful. Nish was there, very supportive. I was mentally freaking out because I'm going to have a baby just now. I am going to have a baby. I'm now trying to put things in place, even though granted I have time that I'm going to have a baby and I'm trying to buy up things. But I'm freaking out, I'm panicking because I can't move. I feel like I'm a vegetable. The only sense of comfort I had at that time is this is actually funny, right? When I came out of the hospital, the first thing I did when I reached home was lie down, and I went on my Chromebook to see what YouTube videos I have to get updated with. And it just so happens that one of my favorite local YouTubers at that time made the journey to 1,000 subscribers, and she had now gotten her 1,000 subscribers. That's Renelli. Shout out to Renelli. I was very excited that she made it to 1,000. She did not know that I'm a fan. It's later on initially met her first when she was pregnant, then met her again after she had the baby, and then met her the third time with me when I had the panel discussion. So initially got to meet Adrianelli 2 times before I actually met her. But I was so excited to see that how hey, she made it to 1,000 subscribers. I was a big fan, a subscriber. Um, so I was just home in pain but trying to get my joy in watching YouTube videos and those type of things to try to keep my sanity, because you know it is to know that I'm going to have a baby. I almost lost my life, and I'm home in bed. And everyone, I think it was every Saturday, I had to go back to the hospital to get back medication for a doctor to see me. So the second time I went back now, get an extension of my sick leave, got more medication. This time I could drag around. I was hiring vehicle to carry me here and there to drop me back. The third week now, I went back to the hospital. Well, this is where things get a little sticky though. This is the sticky part. I told the baby girl sleeping now. So the third week, I went back to the emergency department. The doctors and them in the emergency department explained that they can't keep extending my sick leave there, that I need to join a clinic and those type of things. So I understand that part. So I went to next closest clinic, St. Joseph, and I went saw a doctor, and exactly the same thing I told the first doctor who saw me in emergency. I told this doctor, and he said, wait, based on what you're telling me with your prior history and medications, this medication that you're taking right now, you're not supposed to take that medication, because that medication could actually kill you based on the history you're telling me you have. So one time I had to discard all of those medications that I was on, and he prescribed some new medications to me. And I was back on extended sick leave. I was at home. At this time, I was able to walk around, but with pain, I had foot brace on my 2 foot. On my 2 feet, sorry, I had braces. So, very painful to walk and those type of things. So, I'm on pass. It's time to return to work. And I return to work, but this means that I have to return to being a traveler. So I hired a vehicle to drop me to work. I also used TT ride share and those type of things. And then after I went back to using Maxi, those type of things. And still trying to put things together. My insurance broker is awesome. Shout out to Anthony for the whole period of time. He had my back. He was in their tail every day. And this is the part where the story get more interesting. His insurance contacted my insurance to find out how. Wait, before all of that, on the second day I was at home earlier, the gentleman's son called me and he told me, Mr. Jacob, you out of the hospital? Said yes. Um, well, how you gonna pay for the damages on my vehicle? And if I hear the manner this man spoke to me, my reply was very professional. It was, excuse me, sir. I cannot tell you what to do, but I would like to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to contact my insurance and I'm going through my insurance, because I don't know if this man going to think I'm going to take my hard working dollar to pay he to fix his vehicle for his vehicle. Secondly, he wasn't in the vehicle, you don't know what transpired. So you're blaming me for your vehicle damage? So yeah, things get interesting now. So insurance saying I am the one wrong in the accident. Some time pass and again, they want to do contribution where I pay 60% towards the damage, they pay 40%, some kind of melee like that, because they want to say both of you responsible in the accident. I said no. My insurance broker said no, we are not liable in the accident. Which is me, my client had the right of way going. You have to wait and proceed with caution once it's free. And y'all, this process actually took over 6 months. So the accident happened on August the 16th. It's not until February they decided that, okay, we take full blame. But before they take full blame, they sent a investigator to come and investigate the accident, to recreate the accident, to see who's wrong or right. At this point, I met the gentleman again, and earlier on that day, he said that I came off on my bike after the accident. I apologized to him, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, me and see you. Am I a madman to ride a motorcycle, not see somebody ride into them, and then apologize to them?" So it went from he apologizing to me to I apologizing to him and those type of things. They also sent a next person who I met with. So it was the accident, the person to recreate the accident, and the person to view the bike and estimate the damages done on the bike. So I met one in December and I met one in January. And in February, the results were out. I was not responsible for the accident, and that his insurance has to pay for the accident. So only I was unable to walk and function for a whole month. I had a child on the way, a baby girl on the way. Insurance dragged out a whole year, tried to point fingers at me, blame me, this, that, the other. As I just say, I believe there's a God out there and God don't sleep. So I actually waited 6 months. And let me give you a joke earlier. We are in April now and it's still unsettled completely. They released the first set of funds for me to fix back my bike and damages and those type of things. I never signed to say that I have settled anything. So in the process of rebuilding my bike and thing, came across other damages on the bike, frame damage and those type of things. So I went back to the dealership where I got the quotation to fix and send that back to them and those type of things, and medical bills and those type of things. So it's basically February, March, April. So it's 8 months now, y'all, and this matter is not settled. And based on what is going on in the country, I do not know when it's going to be settled. To this day, I still have pain throughout my back, my shoulders, and my left ankle. So this whole left side of my body, I still have pains because of it. I was supposed to go to see the chiropractor to get my alignment and things straight now, because when I went to the hospital and those type of things, no help. I had a minor problem in the back along the same lines, and the chiropractor was able to assist me. I was able to do things that I was unable to do before, like stooping down and jumping jacks and those type of things, because I strained my back once already in the past. So I know this all too well. So I'm waiting to go back to the chiropractor on this matter. But yo, this is my accident story. This is actually what transpired, and what I would like to tell you all: if you all ever get into accident or anything, go to your insurance broker and don't just sign away and sign that you settle. Because if I did sign and say I accept this to fix my bike, that was it. Now when I go into repairing it and those type of things, everything else would have been on me. So with that being said, this is the part I have to give you all more information on. So the road trip videos that I have been making ever since up until now, all those videos were basically recorded before I got into the accident. And the reason why I did the road trip video is because a next Trinidad YouTuber named Kimberly Kojo actually inspired me to make those videos and not give up on them, because I wanted to show you all a positive side of riding before I hit you this accident video. So that's one of the reasons why I did the road trip videos, to show you all that we do enjoy riding motorcycles, me and Nishli as well. And in my birthday vlog, you all would have seen me and Nishli's brother Stephen working on rebuilding my bike and those type of things. So that was when I actually got my bike back up and running after carrying it to the dealership and doing some work and those type of things on it. So you all would not have known that August up until February, when you all were watching the Baby on Board series and those type of things, and that is why pre-recording the videos was actually very important, because I would have started the series and then boom, shot the series done and told no. So it wasn't until a whole month after is when I actually start back to record videos and those type of things and try to find back myself and catch myself. And to this day, as I say, it's still a fight up, it's still a struggle, but I'm trying to make the best of it. And Nishli is very supportive. She's always there with me and at my side. biking is something that I love to do. It's my hobby. She actually loves it as well. And look forward to a video with her learning how to ride coming soon. And she actually trying to ride and get back at it, because since she was pregnant, she actually stopped riding and those type of things. So I will always try my best to stay safe, think ahead, look ahead, and I'm looking to get no accident again. But you guys, thanks for joining me in this vlog, and stay safe, stay blessed. Thanks for all the love and the support, you guys. See you all in the next one. And stay home, right? Well, yeah. My dream is to actually sit down behind the Shilly when she riding, you know. Like my dream.